All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and a sincere Shalom to the elect out there teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, and this is just a real quick commentary, I should say. There was this guy that came up to our camp the other day, and he was a little drunk, a little sauced. I mean, it was only 4 o'clock. I don't know why he's so sauced that early, but you know how Jake is, especially in this hell. And he came up pretty disrespectful, man. He kept interrupting. He kept walking in front of the camera. He almost knocked the camera over, or the tripod over, a couple times. And he just kept talking and interrupting. And we were talking about and discussing very serious things, man. Prophesying very serious things. One of the things that we were talking about was this upcoming food stamp shutoff. Okay, it's gonna happen on November 1st. So it was a really serious there was some serious prophesying going on, man. Okay, now I'll say this: he didn't come up hostile. He was cool, but he just made a fucking fool out of himself, man. And we were getting irritated because he wouldn't shut up. And we told him, okay, we told this man, hey, if you want to stay and listen, you're more than welcome to listen, but you got to stop interrupting, or you could go down the street, right? And he just kept interrupting, and eventually he just left. But again, I will say, he was not hostile. You know how it is when people are drunk. They could turn hostile real quick. Okay? But the Lord seen that, man. Because he threw the spirit all off. We kind of had to change gears a little bit. And we were talking about something very, very serious that's coming up very, very soon. Okay? And there's the brother Zion, who's pictured here, okay, sent a video, and I'm not going to play it because it's kind of graphic, of a video of that went around Instagram, went viral locally. And this man, and I don't have a shot of his face, I don't believe, but because I already searched through the video. But this man was getting jumped, okay, and he was getting beat. He was getting beat pretty bad, man. But that's the judgment of the Lord. That's why, the Lord is losing his patience with the 2/3 of his people, man. And that man disrupted something, that a very serious topic that was being discussed. That's going to affect a lot of people. Okay, primarily our people. So the warning was going out. And he didn't realize what he was doing. Okay, and we did bring out Ecclesiastes 5. In fact, I'm going to bring that out. But Jake, man, they want to be stupid and foolish all the time, and they don't realize what they're doing wrong until it's too late, man. Hang on a second. Let me move this bar a little bit. Okay. I don't like how that bar gets in the way when I do my searches. But this is Ecclesiastes. Again, I'm talking about the bar on the screen recorder. I don't know if it shows on the screen or not. But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools For they considered not that they do evil, and we brought this out to him. So when we brought this out to him, he was marked because he continued on. And he still wouldn't shut the fuck up. We got about halfway through this verse, and he talked again. Interrupting. Wouldn't let the word come out. Okay, so we had to change gears just to address this guy. Just to get him the fuck out of there, right? Because, you know, you gotta deal accordingly. You can't just go wanting to beat up everybody that disrupts your camp. Okay, even though in the back of your mind you may want to, you gotta handle it with wisdom. Okay? But this man did not consider the evil that he was doing, because there was a lot of people out that day. Okay, a lot of people out that day, and there was a very serious message. Very serious warning going out. Okay? And he disrupted it, and disrupted the flow of the Spirit, man. Okay? Now, obviously, we went back to that topic, but still, you know, we were thrown, you know, when something happens, Satan can throw your ass a curveball when you're expecting a fastball. That's pretty much what happened. Okay? Like, and I know you brothers have, that are seasoned, have experienced it. You'll have somebody that's actually taking heed and listening to the camp, and then all of a sudden some fucking scoffer will come up and won't shut the hell up. Okay, disrupting the camp, trying to cause a situation, or trying to interrupt that person receiving the truth. Okay? But this is verse 2. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. Okay? For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. Okay? So don't sit there and run your mouth when you go up to a camp. Okay? Or there's a judgment that could come to you, man. Okay? There could be a serious judgment coming your way, and the Lord didn't waste time with that man. He got some kind of small. I mean, I don't know if he was put to death or not. I don't believe he was, but he got judgment that day. Okay, and it was on the social medias outlets around here. Okay, but the next scripture I gotta get into is that comes to mind, because I really don't have a lesson put together, man. The Spirit just jumped on me to mention this, because the Lord could use this man as an example, man, for others. Okay? Proverbs 1:20, and this is the obvious scripture that comes to mind. Wisdom cry without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. And that's what we were doing. We were crying out wisdom, man. We were warning our people, okay, about the times that are coming. Okay, you can see very serious things happen in the coming days once these food stamps get shut off. These SNAP benefits get shut off. And Trump announced today, it's the Spirit, Trump announced today that those payments are not going out on the 1st, no matter what. Okay, even if Congress votes at midnight, or the Senate votes at midnight on the budget and it passes, it's still not going to get put into law, okay? And it's not going to they're saying it's going to take 3 business days for SNAP to get operational again, even if it does pass tonight. Okay? So it's not happening. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Okay? You simple ones, man. How long are you going to love that simplicity before the Lord brings judgment upon you? Okay, how long are you going to live in this system before you realize that this is Satan's net, okay? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Because most of our people, when they hear this warning, they just walk by and they don't even care. They don't even care, man. They don't even want to listen. Okay? Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock you. I will mock when your fear cometh. Okay? And it was a boost of faith. It was a boost of faith when I had heard that. Okay? When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. And that's what's going to happen to these jakes that have scoffed and scorned. Okay? And even those that haven't scoffed and scorned, that just disregarded, is the word I want to use. Disregarded or forsook the Lord. Okay? Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Okay? And these people, they especially our people, they hate knowledge. They hate knowledge. Okay? They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. All right? Actually, let me keep reading. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. And that's a big problem with our people, especially these YNs. Okay? They're always on the watch, man. They're always on the lookout for somebody trying to do something to them, because they're always up to no good, man. You know, our people are constantly living without assurance of their own life. Not just from Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and his police, but also mostly from his own people. Okay? But us brothers in this faith, okay, we live quiet from fear of evil, man. We're not worried about these people out here. We know that the Lord is going to protect us, man. And if a situation occurs, okay, that the Lord is going to give us the wisdom, okay, to handle the situation, or put something in place to handle the situation, or even perform a miracle, because that's coming soon, man. That's coming soon. When we're going to be seeing miracles, man. Brothers get delivered from unbelievable circumstances. Okay? Well, hey, that reminds me of that one song by the Doobie Brothers. I think they had Michael McDonald as the singer on that song. I believe it's called What a Fool Believes. I haven't heard it in a few years. But I think it goes, a wise man has the power to reason away. Okay? just a food for thought there. Spiritual food for spiritual thought. Okay? Now, what's that one scripture? I don't want to end the lesson just yet. Just yet. I know it's in this chapter. It's got to be. Right. The last verse. It's always the last verse. Got to make mental note of that. Proverbs 19 and 29. Judgments are prepared for scorners, and stripes for the back of fools. And that man was very foolish in how he acted. Okay? And then there's a lot of things prepared for these scorners. Judgments and stripes, man. Okay? And I'm sure that there's been other examples in the past of somebody coming up to a camp and causing a situation or interrupting the word going out, and then something bad happens to them at a later date. Okay? I mean, it's happened a few times with us, man, where a scorner mocked us or mocked the word, and they ended up getting I think there was one guy who kept fucking with me and talking shit to me when we were at camp. And again, you know, I'm just a man. I'm just saying, it's just a testimony. And I seen him a couple years later, and he was walking with the cane, and he could barely walk, man. And he looked like he was in a bad state. Okay, he looked like but it was a while since that man had a change of clothes and some shower, and a nice shower, man. Looked like he was living on the ropes. Okay, so the Lord can do that to somebody, man. Okay? He don't have to give you a bad judgment right away. He can make you suffer, man. The Lord has given those that have mocked us and caused issues with us. He's stricken them with ailments, with all kinds of things, man. Distresses that we may not know about. Okay, and it's going to continue. It's going to escalate the closer that we get unto the end. Okay. I might bring this out. And then I'll probably wrap it up. Actually, no. I got another scripture in mind after this. I believe it's in Jeremiah. I may have to look it up. I can't remember what chapter. It might be 14. Actually, it might be 6 or 14. It's one of those two. Matthew 11 and 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children, sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, and saying, we have piped unto you, because that's what we do. We're piping unto these people, man. We're singing the song of the Lord. Okay? And ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Okay? And that's our people in a nutshell. Okay? Ezekiel 2 and Ezekiel 3 comes to mind when I read this verse, man. Okay? Our people, they just despise the word, man. They despise the word. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. Okay? They're not dancing to that song, but the only ones that could dance to that song are the 144,000, man. Okay? That's what it says in Revelation 14. Alright? And then you got the righteous men, women, and children of the nation of Israel. Okay? Our people do not want to dance to the song, man. And when they don't dance to the song, they don't consider that there's consequences to that. Well, the scriptures say, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Okay, once it's too late and they have so much fear they don't know what to do. Okay, when they're frozen with fear, man. The scriptures say that men's hearts are going to be failing them with fear. It's going to be so bad out here. Okay? It's going to be so bad out here. We're going to finish it up in Jeremiah 6. Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. And that's our people in a nutshell, man, the 2/3. They will not walk therein. They don't want to learn the ways of the Lord. They want to sit here and act like, because there's this big wave on social media of Jake acting like they hate America, but they sure as hell love the wickedness here. They sure love getting them tattoos and smoking them blunts. Okay, it's just in word only, but not in deed. In deed, they actually love this place, man, and they want it to continue on. Okay, as long as it can continue on. All right, as long as they get the luxuries, and they get to go on their little social media platforms and act like a fucking clown, okay, and do clownish, wicked things, they love it, man. They'll never if this place went on forever, the 2/3, man, they would never consider the Lord. They would never even consider it. Okay. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. Okay. Hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. And that's what we do when we're out there. We're blowing the trumpet, man. We're piping unto them. Okay, and they're not listening, man. They're not taking heed. Okay? Their eyes are evil towards us, man. Well, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has our back. Okay? The scriptures say, if the Lord be for us, who can be against us? Okay? But with that, I hope y'all brothers and sisters were edified. Till next time, shalom.